welcome everyone. It's great to see you all. Hope you're doing well today. Refraction, welcome in. Good to see you, CoreTube, Father Axekeeper, Killix69. Welcome in, Foamed. Good to see you there as well. Ravana, and of course, Stockwater. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, CoreTube. Welcome to the dev channel. All right, let's get started. That's a bit loud. Put that right back down there. There we go. Maybe around there somewhere. Let's see how that sounds. Oh boy. All right. Hello everyone. Welcome in. I still haven't had a haircut. I'll give you a haircut update until I get a haircut, and then I'll update on the haircut, and that'll be the last update you hear about hair for a while. But yeah, I still need a haircut. I got myself a new cup. Save and Raid's coming up. I'm going to be streaming on my main channel. I'm going to be streaming Save and Raid. You can find out the information about Save and Raid at saveandraid.org. I don't have a bot to do the Save and Raid thing, but saveandraid.org. If we go take a quick look at that before we get started, it's coming up really soon. February 24th. That's like 4 days away from me. I'll be online, I think, 4 days from now. Oh, actually, no. I'm on earlier, I think. Let me check my slot again. I want to make triply sure. Let's look at the schedule here. There I am. Yeah. I just finished 20 minutes ago. That will be when my slot finishes. So in 4 days, I'll have just finished, and we'll be enjoying watching Scarlet Marseille stream. So that'll be fun. We've already raised $356.69 towards the goals. Now, I have not uploaded my goals yet. I've been bad boy. I haven't uploaded my goals, but yeah, if you go to my channel and drop a follow over there if you haven't already, I'll be doing Save and Raid this year. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go back to the thing. So if you look at the milestones and incentives for the year, I want to call your attention to a particular milestone or two that I am partnering with Dr. CDCS on. Where are we? Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Where are you? Ah, there it is. Co-op stream. So if we raise $15,000, which is about what we raised last year, and usually we're not always necessarily going to raise more than the previous year, but if we raise this much this year, again, then Doc and I will do a co-op stream. We haven't. Last year we specified a game, and neither of us had actually tried it. And then we tried playing offline to see how it was, and we're like, this game is way too complex. So we ended up switching to like Phasmophobia, which was great. So we'll do another game sort of like of that level of thing. Maybe we'll play Phasmo because that's getting updates. So maybe we'll just play that again, but we'll see. We'll do some joint streams. That'll be fun. And then there's another one actually where I'm joint with Doc. Which is pretty exciting and relevant to this channel. Dr. CDCS, game dev with Fractal Mind Mike. Dr. CDCS and Fractal Mind Mike will make a game together. We don't know what the game will be. Doc has some really fun ideas. We've talked about it. We spitballed some ideas, did some game design sort of like chats, but we haven't made a decision on what we're going to do yet. But Doc's got some cool ideas, and we'll work together. So try and balance the labor a bit. But I'm sure we'll see some dev streams if we raise $20,000. So a little bit of incentive to throw a little extra cash at the charity if you can afford it, to hopefully push us up to the 20K mark. That would be pretty darn exciting. What was the original game we picked? It was a Gloomhaven, I want to say it was. I think it was Gloomhaven. Yeah, it was Gloomhaven. So it's a complex game, and it's just like, oh my gosh, if we were going to stream this together, we'd probably spend like 20 minutes per turn going like, I don't know what this does. Do you know what this does? Let's look it up. I don't know. Okay, we'll try to figure it out. And then there'll be people in chat trying to tell us what to do, and we'd be like, hey, try and keep the hints quiet in the chat, please, while we try to figure this out. And it would just not work out well. It would not work out well. What happened to the reviews? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, recent reviews. Only 77 reviews recently out of like totally all reviews. It's very positive with 11,696. So maybe there was a recent kerfuffle or new release or something that people didn't like. Who knows? Who knows? Reviews are interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to look into it right now. I just want to call attention to the fact that Doc and I could be making a game together in the next 12 months or so, if Save and Raid raises enough for that. I need to upload. I need to provide my my milestones and incentives yet. So if you go here and looking for mine, you won't see it. Those are the only two that have my name on them at the moment. Obviously, I'll be including those in my milestones as well. But yeah, I gotta work on some stuff. So we'll see. We will see. Yeah. Anyway, hey there, Ross Codes. Good to see you. Yeah, it is pretty nice, right? Anyway, I'm excited about that. It's coming out very soon. It's 3 days and 10 hours away. It'll kick off, apparently. That's very soon. That's very soon. Oh, I bet I really need to get onto some stuff. I haven't finished a single element of my stream. Nothing is perfect yet. My stream overlays, nothing's perfect. And everything else that I've been... Like, I still haven't finished putting together incentives. I haven't finished my incentives from last year. I've designed a box design for... not Scorched Earth, for Skyroads, but I haven't printed it and stuff. And I wanted to go over the art one more time, and I just haven't had a chance to do it. So I really need to lock in some time and do that soon. I'm not going to do it in the next 3 days, though, so it'll happen after this Save and Raid's done. But anyway, that's entirely my fault. I got to a certain point with it, and then it's just I ADD'd on it, and just it fell off the wagon a little bit. Anyway, let's... Now that we've looked at Save and Raid, I've talked about that. Hopefully I'll see you there for my slot. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully you'll be able to drop by. I'm going to try and have some incentives for like live stuff, looking at Half-Life boxes or something like that. I was going to try and do like a cosplay, but I just don't have time to put a cosplay together, unfortunately. Maybe I can go find a lab coat and just wear a ridiculous tie. I don't know, maybe I could do that. We'll see. So day 6 was this is the plan for day 6. Let's take a closer look at that. We did pretty good yesterday. I mean, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Oh, I didn't post on the Discord. I was just thinking, I could check the Discord, and now I've just realized, hey, I didn't look at the Discord to post the thing. I think it was Sunday was the last one. No, I did one yesterday, right? I did a dev stream last night. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Let me just update this in the Discord. It was the 26th ever dev channel stream. We're on a two-day streak. We finally made it to a 2-day streak. We've had a lot of 0-day streaks recently. And I'm making a Vault Escape game. Yeah, it's true. All right, posted. Now the people who pay attention to Discord alerts will notice. Bam. What's wrong with me? Hello everybody. I hope you're good. I'm gonna sip my tea now. You gotta go. Fractal Guy just went live. Oh, okay. See ya. I think he's gonna be joining us here soon. Hopefully he'll be here soon. I don't know. He's supposed to be. Hey, Just Shadax, welcome back. Good to see ya. That was hot. It burnt my tongue a little bit. The cup's good. It keeps things hot. My tongue's a little burnt. It'll be fine. It's just a tiny bit. Tongues are resilient. Alright, so then day 6, we're looking at finishing the implementation of the full game puzzle. We're going to look at gating and fake minigames. I think we already did a little bit of the fake minigame stuff, so we just have to make sure we're working on gating and get the rest of the items into the game. We're going to look at coming up with a puzzle for the safe opening, and I don't know what I'm going to do for that, so we might just draw something on paper, or on digital paper, we'll draw. I got to design a hamster maze puzzle as well. I don't think that's going to happen today. One thing I started to do today, just because I felt like it, was I talked about it a little bit before, having like a journal that you could like use for keeping track of your progress throughout the game. And so I started adding that, and that would also be able to be used for something like triggering achievements in the future if we had achievement integration or something like that. So if I go look at the notebook stuff that I just did, it's a fair bit of crap here, but basically, and this is horrible. Sorry, I apologize. Maybe we'll try and figure out a way to clean this up. But basically, this is like going through the hint system. We have a hint system. I got to delete some stuff that I don't use. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so sorry about the fast talking. I just don't want to waste too much time on revision. I just want to talk about the new stuff that we're doing. So, task stuff here. We're going like basically a task has a description, has whether or not it's been completed, has up to 3 hints. We can make this like 4 or 5 or whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't want to have comments. I put a ton of comments in, but I don't really need the comments anymore. That shouldn't save exercise rate. That's copy and paste. Get rid of this. Who cares? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Don't care about this. This is like stupid crap. Can I add more tasks? Maximum number of tasks have been reached. That's fine. This is like should only happen in debug mode. We should never really see that message in production, but we'll leave it there for safety. What just scrolled? Oh, I scrolled this list box up here. Whoops. Okay, back to the top. All right. So we got a dynamic sprite variable, which is basically, I don't know why I called it notebook GUI BG, but whatever. We've got a notebook in the game now. Where's the important stuff? So marking a task complete is obviously pretty straightforward. I haven't actually implemented usage of this yet, but hopefully that just works. It should just work. It's a pretty straightforward thing, right? Make sure the task index is in range and then set it as completed. You know what? It says task index. I might actually change this to a string and do a slow but important search. Maybe, in fact, I will give them names. Maybe we'll do like a string name in this thing. You know, I'll just put it in comment, but string, oh gosh, string name. And then like use this as a kind of ID, which could double as a ID for achievements. Whatever, who cares? Words don't actually matter anymore. Nothing, spelling, who cares? Yeah, we get a drawing, create a drawing surface, we clear it. Get rid of all these stupid comments. We don't need freaking comments. I mean, technically these are all, most of these comments are actually correct, but I don't really need the comments because I cleaned up the code to a point where I don't need them, I don't think. Like, this is obvious what it's doing, right? This is also obvious what it's doing. This is pretty obvious. If you have hints, draw the hints. Don't need this anymore. And yeah, like copy and paste. Obviously, we've got like just copy and paste comments as well, which is stupid. Shouldn't have that. Release the drawing surface. Obvious. That's like an obvious comment. Yeah, and we set the background once we're done. So this is doing this every frame. Every frame it renders the whole notebook again, which shouldn't matter. Shouldn't be that big of a problem. All right, so that's everything, right? So basically, we go through, we render the whether or not it's checked, whether or not the task is complete. We set the color to just some color I looked up. I just looked up this color. It's like a dark blue kind of color. It's very, very dark blue, I think. I think that's what I went for. Anyway, we draw a string at the coordinate. So we draw the check whether or not it's complete. Then we draw a string, basically just after where we draw that. That's this is 8 pixels wide. So technically, we could probably just do 12 here. And that will be enough buffer as well, I think, for the string. Maybe we could do a little bit more. Maybe we can make it 14. We'll just go with 12. Anyway, so that'll just draw the description of a task. So obviously, the task has like a maximum length. And then at the end, if there are hints defined, then we use the hints that were defined, and we slot them. This is mouse detection, so we detect the mouse position, and I calculate the mouse position, basically get the global mouse X and mouse Y, and then I delete. Subtract I subtract the X and Y from the notebook rendering GUI, which is here. It's just a GUI, and it's declared as having like its X and Y coordinates as left and top. So its left is 60. So it'll just subtract 60 and it'll subtract 30 from the X and Y respectively. Sorry about talking too fast. Again, I'm slowing down now, hopefully. So we have the ID, the index for the for all of the sprites. I just locally defined some ints here so that I could like use words instead. That was a good move. And yeah, so we just render everything, right? So we render the text, and then this is like whether or not the mouse is over the top. If the mouse is over the top of the thing, then we draw this, and if we also have the mouse left button down, we draw the clicked icon. Otherwise, we just draw the regular hint icon, and then we just move to the next line. I don't know if this is right because I actually only have added 1, so we might need to change this number to something bigger or something. In fact, we probably should because like, they're only 8, so like we should at least be going by like 10, I think. Okay, so now if I slow down my speech a little bit more, we can look at this part here. This is the showing the hints. When you click on it, it will actually show the hints. So we call this from down the bottom here. We actually just have, when you click on the GUI itself, like we would just want to check if you're hovering over a specific index. So when you move the mouse over top of an element, it will actually say like your mouse is over top of this specific element, which is actually the ID of the task. So 0 through 25, I guess 24. There's 25 tasks allowed. We'll grow that number if we need to add more tasks to our task list. And so as you go through, it'll sort of like check them off. And I guess like if we go to another chapter or something like that, we might like delete all of the previous hints and just start a new list of hints. Not hints, tasks, that is. But I think it's nice to see the task list. So one thing that I wanted to do with tasks that are completed is change the color of them as well and put a line through them so that you can see like it's checked, but it's also like visually you don't read it because it's like grayer. Hello Soul and Sword, good to see you, and Heartstream, welcome. Hello, I hope you're doing good too. Okay, so I think I've slowed down enough now. We do all that stuff, so basically we show the hint. So I'll just demonstrate what it does now. I just realized you probably couldn't see all of the code that I was pointing at. Nobody said anything in chat, so I guess nobody's actually watching the stream. But that's okay. I'll survive. You probably you could see enough of the code that it didn't matter. So so we have this notepad icon that I just sort of like threw together. It looks more like a piece of bread, honestly. I don't know why I drew it like that. It's supposed to be a notebook. And you got like, okay, you got to find a key. Obviously, this is just like a placeholder task. I didn't want to like do anything. So if you click anywhere on the GUI, it'll just dismiss it. But if you hover over the thing, you can see it changes color. I actually think I want to change the cursor when you move your mouse over top of this as well. Maybe I'll make a smaller version or like a pointer cursor. Because like you can't really see the button state change very well, but it's a question mark icon, right? So you click it and it says like, hey, I need to find a key to unlock the door. It's like, I need to find the metal key. I could detect metal things with the metal detector, right? It's like, these are dumb hints I just like typed in real quick because I wanted to have like hints as an example. But yeah, when we find the key, we'll obviously mark this as completed as well. So we'll change things up a little bit for that too. It does look like, I think, based on like the height of this F, it lines up with the top of the thing. And I think we're only got like an additional pixel to the bottom. So it's like a 7. It's a 7 high font, I think. Oh, and it looks like the Y actually, the bottom of the Y does go down to the 8. So it's probably like an 8x8 font fixed. Looks like it might be fixed. I'm not sure if it's fixed. It's not fixed width, is it? If it's fixed width, maybe we could do a nicer font as well. Anyway, so that's cool. So we click on that to get rid of it, and then, you know, we can just play the game as normal. I haven't done anything else. I just wanted to implement that system so we have like the notebook with the hints. And we could obviously make that visually look nicer by having like a background texture of like a notebook that we draw or something like that. But for now, that's fine. We could also do like a handwritten font if we wanted to as well, which would be pretty cool. Okay. Continuing. I just gotta like find my place now because I've just talked about everything that I did up to now today. I would have started streaming sooner, but I just didn't really... I wasn't feeling it. You know, like I was a bit tired still. And I was like, maybe I'll just stay offline. I just realized I had a stream off to the left here that I didn't remember to close. Whoops. It's fine now. Have any other windows over here that I shouldn't have? No, I think it's good. We're good. Anyway, give me a second while my brain just catches up. I'm sorry about this. I literally am just trying to think of what I'm going to do right now. Now that I've gone through all of that, what am I actually going to do? Finish off working on, I guess, the hint system a little bit, just to make sure that stuff works. I mean, the hint system, not so much, but the tracking system, I need to make sure that works. So Also, we need to like work on the show blueprint, which is like I just wanted to work with the GUI stuff and do something a little bit more interesting to make sure the GUI stuff was going to work. And now that I've done that, I can see that it's going to work. So I need to think about the blueprints, because that's actually the next thing that we wanted to do. That's why I decided to start working on GUI stuff, but I got sidetracked doing a notebook. I thought the notebook would be easier to do because I thought I could use stuff that was built into the system, like just drag and drop controls and things like that. But it turned out to be a bit more complicated, and I ended up just doing something to render it myself. Probably not the way you're supposed to do stuff in AGS, but I just decided to do it that way because it seemed like a lot easier thing to do than just trying to figure out how to make AGS tools actually do what I want them to do. It's not like you can create arrays of controls and stuff like that, and it makes like a lot of sense to be able to iterate through things and render them out or update them as like the state of the thing changes, and I just couldn't figure out like an easy way to do that. It seemed like very complex and stupid, so I just decided to write a little renderer instead, which made a hell of a lot more sense. It was a lot easier and simpler to do. And AGS probably needs some major overhauls from my perspective. I think like at this point I'm almost at a point where I should just make an engine, but I won't. I refuse to make an engine, at least at this stage. Sometime soon I probably will consider making an adventure game engine. Maybe if I make a cinematic platformer with its own engine, I'll like keep that in mind and maybe do an adventure game like extension on top of that. Because yeah, that would be fun, I think. Anyway, I'm really waffling on. Sorry about this. So yeah, we want to mark a task as complete. So what I might do is just go ahead and put this like when in somewhere. We'll call this. Oh, actually, you know what? I really don't like the idea of just using numbers. I thought using numbers would be fine, like using the index of the task, but then it's like, okay, what do? Do I like create a bunch of variables? Like, do I create like the equivalent of an enum? Not familiar with a lot of game dev jargon, but you explain things pretty well, and I'm actually able to follow along 97% of the time. That's awesome. Great to hear it. I'm glad that you're finding it easy enough to follow. 97% is a very, very high number. I think like for most people, when you're trying to learn something, I think they say like when you're just listening to somebody talk and not taking notes, I forget the figures, but something like 40% of knowledge retention. And that number goes up to like 60 or 70% if you're taking notes. And if you're actually implementing skills, then that number goes up even more. But yeah, obviously that doesn't always work. 1 word per second, yeah. 1% per word. Right, 1% per word. Right, I get it, yeah. You can do enums in assembly script. Not assembly script, what's it called? ASC. I think you can do enums. So I could like use enums, I guess, for the task names, which would be faster. I haven't really played with an enum yet, I don't think. I don't remember playing with any enums. And I also hate that I'm putting everything in one big global... Look, I'm the king of putting everything in one file in C or something like that, but everything else is so organized, I want to be able to create my own scripts that sit alongside it, but I don't think I'm allowed to. Like, it'd be nice to put the task management stuff in its own file. That's what I would eventually do if I was programming my own engine. I'd put it all in the main file, and as I get to a certain point where I'm like starting to like refine it down and like polish that code, then I'll move it out into another file and reorganize it, and that's when it like lives in its own file. But like while I'm working on it like this, it's fine like this. But now that I've actually, this is concretified a little bit, concretificated, I think is the right word. I don't think I can just go new script and just have it import the script, can I? I mean, it seems like I can. Task management. And then I guess I just need to put like references to this in global and it will just work, I guess. I've never done this before. I'm so confused. This is the first time I've gone and created a new script because I didn't realize you could do it. I guess I didn't know how it worked when I last tried to do it. I was like, I don't know how it works, and I just decided to put everything in global. But now that I see that I can do this, my heart is a little bit less anxious about leaving stuff where it is. Obviously, if I try and build now, I'm not referencing it, so it shouldn't work. So it'll say like I don't have add task, for example, which makes sense. So can I import, like, I guess task, it might not know about tasks. So I guess I have to say like import struct task, I guess. Can I do this in the global script header and then everything? Is that what I do? I've never done this before, so just bear with me while I learn on the fly and try and guess at what I'm supposed to do instead of reading a document. Oops. So I guess we're going to go with... Oh. Technically, I probably didn't need... yeah, I just need this. I think I just need this bad boy. I think I need this bad boy. I think I need render tasks. I definitely need to export for the use in the global thing. Show hint needs to be exported as well, yeah, because that's also done in global. That's it. Okay, so then we go over to the header. See if this works. No. Expected variable or function after import, not struct. Okay, we can't import the struct. Oh, I thought it was going to work. Hover hint index is not found. Yeah, because that one's not... I just put that like in the middle here. What if I take this? Is this allowed to live like here? It's not allowed to live there. Undefined token. I guess I just have to do it here. Yeah, it's scoped to the file, I guess. ROS codes. I don't know if export is a keyword or not. I didn't try it. It might be. There are for loops in AGS, yeah. You kind of want to cut bits off to their own files when good boundaries organically arise. Yeah, exactly. I am not afraid of having like thousands of lines in a file. Like I've definitely done like tens of thousands of lines in a single file before. And they weren't necessarily all like to do with one thing either. So I'm okay with that. It's just like I felt like I was constricted because I couldn't push stuff out into its own file, but now that I found out I can do that, it's fine. I'm no longer worried. I have for loops. I will show you a for loop. Hey, it's working. Okay. And the hint's working too. I actually was thinking I wanted to change that. Oh, also, if you go through all the hints, it'll just say that's all the hints I have, and then it goes back to the start. So. And like, if you dismiss this and then open it again, it'll remember which hint you're up to. So. Also, I need to probably make it not dismiss like that. I need to like probably put a close button on there or something like that. Anyway, it's funny that I've basically like I've almost implemented like an IM GUI inside of AGS because I hated everything else about the way it was trying to make me do stuff that would have taken me ages to do. Like I'd still be working on it right now if I did it the way I think you're supposed to do it, with their tools. Let me get rid of all these. Oh, I closed the wrong thing. Whatever. Okay, so I wanted to look at the part where we show a hint. And instead of player say, let's do a display here. I need to find a key to unlock the door. I need to find the metal key. I could detect the metal things with a metal detector. That's all the hints I have for this task. What if I change that, actually? Does this tool have string concatenation? I'm just wondering if should I like loop through and construct like, you know what I mean? I don't know if this language has string concatenation. Just a plus sign, is it? Because string implementation is not as simple as you think, I don't care, especially I don't care. Having the ability to assign compare strings with I don't care. I don't care. Just tell, I just want to, God damn it, just give me the goddamn documentation. String append? mytext.append would, okay, we want to do mytext equals mytext.append. Okay. Okay. So if I do, we could do a for loop, or we could do a switch statement. I'm be dumb and do a switch statement because it's faster, right? So the current hint index. Oh no, we should do a for loop. We should do a for loop. Yeah. Okay. So if okay, so string hints equals nothing, right? And then for int I is 0 and I is less than the current index. Let's just go like this. Okay, so the hint index should always be less than 3. In fact, we don't really need this check anymore. We never needed that check. Well, we don't need the check because I reset it to 0 later on. But anyway, let's just write the code that we want to do. We want to have. Let's just write the code that we would like to have, and then we can delete all the other code. So we're just gonna say like, hey, hints equals hints dot append, and then we're just gonna grab the whole string from that hint. Right? Dot. If I is greater than 0, hints equals hints dot append a new line. We only do this if this is true. I thought I was doing the right thing. What did I do wrong? I broke it. Let's read it. Let's read the code. I just deleted all the previous code. We just got to do it again. Oh, Shadax. Yeah, I'm using string.append. Let's read it and make sure I didn't program it poorly. For each task that we have... Wait, no. For this task index, we read all the hints up until the current hint index, which is 0. Oh, you know what I don't do? I don't increment the hint counter. All right, so that will help. Anyways, so all right, for that task and for the hints in that task, get the current index, which is incorrect. That should be getting I. No, wait. Yeah, no, that should be I. I just copied and pasted a bunch of code and didn't really read it, so I got to read it now. I. This should not happen until here. Also, I don't know why I've got the... I think I was typing this up in a different editor and then I copied it in, so I didn't... All of these... I think all of these are overly indented. All the functions I wrote in the other editor are like... Oh, actually, I think this one's fine. Oh, no, I think I updated that one in here, so... But this one, for example, needs to... My other editor's set up for 4 spaces, and this one's set up for 2 for some reason. Oh man, even the task. Actually, let's delete that commented out thing. We don't need that anymore. We don't need it. Alright, so showing hint. We're at I, so we're going to show that hint of I. So that's the current index. Well, 0 to the current index, yeah. So that should be less than or equal to. And then... Boom, 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 boom. But wait, this needs a check. We need a check. Somewhere we need a check. Say here. If tasks... why am I typing? If this is greater than 3... No, 0, 1, 2. If it's greater than 2... Wait, 1? Greater than or equal to 3? Then it should equal 0. I don't think I fixed it fully, but I think it should kind of work now, at least. Maybe I did fix it fully. I didn't really read all the code again. There are no hints. There are hints though. There are hints. We didn't make it work right. If hints length is greater than 0, that should be is 0. Dummy. What you get from changing your mind halfway through typing something in. I need to find a key to unlock the door. I need to find a key to unlock the door. I need to find a metal key. I need to find a key to unlock the door. I need to find a metal key. I could detect metal things with a metal detector. Oh, we don't get the final message anymore. We just go back to the start. That's probably okay. Yeah, because we're dealing with it down here, aren't we? So if when I add the... So actually, I don't remember if add task... Oh, it goes to the definition in here, not in here. Okay, if add task... These are non-optional, right? Can I do this? Can I make them optional? No. 3.3 supports it. What am I on? 3.6. Wait. Oh, you have to do... Oh, right. I think I looked this up. I think I've looked this up before. That's a literal. Are null strings allowed? No. Can strings be literal? Like, there has to be a point. I guess. You don't use the word null, you have to use the number 0. Is that what it's telling me? That appears to be what it's telling me, okay. Alright. So then if I go back, oh my, I'm spending so much time on this that I shouldn't be spending any time on it at all. If hint 1 is null, is that how you do a null check? I never even bothered to check strings for nulls before. Let's just say hint 1 equals that. I couldn't think of a better way to do the hints because you can't pass an array, or I couldn't figure out how to pass an array around, so I just did it this way instead. I don't know if you're allowed to do null checks like this. Okay, it seems to work. So then we go to global ASC. Add task. If we just give it 2 hints and not 3 hints. Let's see what happens. I need to find a key to unlock the door. I need to find a key to unlock the door. I need to find a key to unlock the metal door. I mean, I need to find the metal key. That's all the hints for this task. Okay, it's not really resetting properly. Good. We can fix that. Show hint. Okay, so if the hint is not defined, then we're going to append this line to it. And we're going to reset the hint index to 0. And then later, we're going to increment it again. So now what I want to do is actually get it to consistently always say that's all that, like confirm that it is always all of the. So it should. I want it to display one more time, but it won't, right? So I need to handle that case. Pipe twice for ore? Depends on what kind of ore you're talking about. String is null or empty is only in C#. I don't know if it's every language, just Shadax. I mean, it's probably more than just C#, but I know it's in C#. I don't think it's in every language. I doubt it's in this language. It might be in this language. Let's have a look. It hasn't. Okay, it's here. I'll use it. I'll use it. Why not? I mean, I don't really care. No, you know what? I don't care. I'm already using null. Check. It's fine. I appreciate you telling me about that, because now I know it's there. I'll probably try and use it in the future. So if I have added all three of them, we got all, like the maximum hint amount. We will never get here because this only goes so far. So we need to say, I mean, damn. This doesn't really need to be an else, but whatever. Thank you for the follow, anonymous follower, Proton. So if you're doing like, if you're trying to binary or like if you're doing like a like that's gonna output like that's gonna output. Well, I guess I need to copy one, but anyway, that'll output that, right? Because you're ORing them together, right? Whereas this OR, this double thing, this is like true or false equals true, right? That's the difference. Is a binary operator like a I mean, I guess technically they're both binary operators. But yeah, the bitwise OR, and this is a comparative like ORing, conditional ORing. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. That's all. That's all hints for this task. If next hint index is greater than 3. Bam. Bam. Use the good old notepad. Clickety clackety, clickety clackety, clickety clackety. Oh, we broke it! Because we're not allowed to do that! Oh my god! Wait, what? How did that break? I didn't read the error. I just assumed it was... I just made an assumption on what that error actually was, and I didn't read it. Let me read the error. If it happens again. Maybe I just fixed it by deleting that one line, but I don't think so. Okay. Task index hints I. Current hint index. What is current hint index? Is 3? It shouldn't be 3. Oh, wait. Did I think I said greater than 3. It should have been greater than or equal to 3. These things happen. That's all the hints for this task. Needs to get get a slash n. You know what I mean? One of these bad boys. Damn. I don't know why I'm saying bad boys so much lately. I don't know why that's what brought that on. I'm saying it a lot lately. All right, good. Let's change the color of the hint. Comment, this one. Let's change the color of that. Oh, wait, we can't do that. I forgot we're not using our own technology to render the display panels at the moment. What if I did, Is that allowed? I don't think that's allowed. Yeah, it's not allowed. What's the equivalent of like sprint sprintf or whatever? Like, what's the equivalent of sprintf in this freaking language? String functions format. Yeah, it's string format. Got a better idea. That's supposed to be percent %s anyway. Percent %d dot. No, bracket. We're gonna do a bracket. And we'll do I plus 1. Give me a hint. I need to find the key to unlock the door. I need to find metal key. I could detect metal things with the metal detector. That's all the hints for this task. Cool. All right, let's go mark a hint as completed. Let's go make that happen now. Which is, I forgot the function name that I use was like mark task complete. And it takes an index. Oh, right, we were gonna do some kind of a enum. The problem is I would really like the enum to be like dynamically created based on like, I don't want to have to make all the hints here, right? Like, I guess when I add them, adding them with a name. I don't know, man. I don't know. Enum hint names. Or hints. Is it how this works? No, this is task, not hints. Sorry, task. IDs. Task ID. Task ID. Door key. And then I guess I need to put like an E because that's all the tasks, all the things are prefixed like so. And if I make this take that task ID. Technically we shouldn't need this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't know if we need to cast it to an integer. I don't know if it's possible to cast it to an integer. And then in room 1, actually let's go to the actual room 1. Let's say we wanted the hotspot of the bookshelf. When you click on it, we're gonna say mark task complete. It says int task index because that's why I put it in the here. This now needs to be a task ID. I guess I'm not allowed to do that. You can only import variables or functions, not structs or enums. Hello, Kuning Stan. I hope you're well as well. Oop. This does now. The task manager doesn't know about task IDs. So there is an export keyword, huh? Let me look at that. That was what I was going to look up. That was what I was going to look up later if this didn't work. So we export. Declares variable is exported and is available to access in other scripts if using the import keyword on those scripts, for example. That's for that. What about enums? This is for variables. What about enums? I'll try it. Yeah, it won't allow enum. Yeah. No, I appreciate your attempts to help. That's fine. Know how to export enums. This is so effed up. All right, let's look at our book. We can find the key. Okay, cool. Let's look at the bookshelf. Now let's see if we have not marked as complete. It's not marking it as complete. Or it's not rendering it as complete. It could be a thing too. But I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with using the enum. So I think enums is out of the window of plausibility right now. Which kind of sucks, I'll be honest. Well, that should be task ID there, not task index. Don't think it matters. Hey, we found the key. Cool. All right. Like a half-assed version of C. Yeah, this language sucks. Like it's like almost what you want, but it's got a lot of like roadblocks in it. That's like, oh, you just gotta work around it. Sorry, man. Does it have like a map or a dictionary? Not really. Hey, Core 10K, what language is it? It's AGS script. Yeah, I don't think it has a hash table either. It seems pretty rudimentary. I mean, I would expect a dictionary to probably use a hash table, right? I could write a hash table, but like, what's the point? Like, it's a scripting language. It's probably not a great idea. I think what I could do. I don't know, man. I don't know. The idea of just like saying like, oh, you just mark task complete 0, and then like, you don't know what task ID it's actually going to be, right? We can't do it. It's not safe. It's not safe. We're just going to give them a freaking name. We'll call this ID. Yeah, we're going to call it string ID here. And we're going to allow you to pass an ID into it. And then we're going to say, when you say mark task complete, you specify a string. I want to move this to the bottom. We're going to say task ID is a string now. And we're just going to say we'll say function get task index string task name, and we'll throw this here. And we'll say greetings, by the way, Core 10. Probably has something with a weird name. I mean, just looking at the list that was here, data types is obviously just the raw data types, which is fine. They're fine. Whatever. Operators don't care about arrays. It has... yeah, even the array sort of like capabilities are not great. See also dynamic arrays and structs. If you go to dynamic arrays, it's like, it's still integer based. There's There's no maps or hashes going on here. And I tried using this initially, and it was like effed up. I just couldn't make it work because the struct has a string in it, and it's like, oh, strings are pointers, so you can't have a dynamic array of structs that have, if the structs have pointers in them, and strings are technically pointers, so you can't do that. It's like, come on, man. And then I thought I could make like a table of strings somewhere, or like an array of strings, and then just have ints there, and then it's technically not a pointer, and then that would kind of work. But then I'd have to, like, it's just it doesn't matter how you do it. It's a pain in the ass. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? I decided not to do it. Like, it's the dynamicism isn't working for me. So I just said fix 25 things. If I need to add more, I'll just put that number up to 45 or something, right? 50, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna, whatever. I don't care anymore. Who cares? I don't care. Nobody cares. This is crap. It's crap, son. My brain just went to sleep, so it's just gotta wait. It's gotta boot up again. Tasks, right? Tasks. Yeah, Yeah. Right, that's what I know what I'm doing. Dot name. Did I call it name or name? I think I did name. No, I called it ID, didn't I? I called it ID. Whoops. ID equals task name. But you know what? I'm just going to change that to task ID. Okay. Return I. Okay, and otherwise, return -1, I guess. If get task index task ID equals is greater than or equal to 0, then do the thing. Oh wait, no, we need to... I mean, honestly, I don't need this check, right? This technically should be fine. Unless you start using it elsewhere, and in which case you might need to change it to use that as well. Wait, did I already... Oh, wait, no. Just made a mistake. Hang on a second. Okay, so if we do that, and then we do that, find the keys, not checked, and then we click on that. Carmass asks complete, dummy, it does not exist. Good. And that one got marked. Good. That's what you like to see. Good evening, Coburn. Good evening. And yeah, good to see you too. Awfully gross, silly. Yeah, AGS. Oh, you're Sharma. I didn't see list in the list of things. There's no list here. It's like, it's not C#. I can say that much. I don't know what it's based on. Yeah. I don't know. Well, anyway, we can now mask tasks complete by their name, which is probably the best way to do it, because we don't know the order in which they're necessarily getting added into the index of tasks. So now we can actually put like real tasks in the task list. I can't believe I'm wasting so much time doing task list stuff. I wasn't planning to do this. I was not planning to spend any time on this. I decided to do it because I needed the blueprint GUI stuff done. I was like, oh, I'll just do this because this should be straightforward. Okay, right, so over here, when we actually start, I also did this thing. I did like a kind of like intro cutscene type thing. I just got to find it. It's in here somewhere, right? Yeah, here it is. Found it. So let's just say if false. No, wait. Yeah, false. If false. Yeah, we get it. So it's going to go through this path, and then we just be like, okay, need to use a computer to unlock the door. So we just put a task in. Computer door. Unlock vault door with computer. We can put in some hints, like, whatever. I need to power on the computer. I don't know what the hints will be actually for this, but we'll just put A, B, and C in here for now. We can come up with hints later. In fact, we can just not have hints as well. That's also an option. So we've got that, and then we've got the circuit breaker is tripped and the computer has no power, so it's got like computer power. Find a way to power computer. Let's just get rid of these. We're gonna find a way to power it and a way to link to the secure data network. Okay, so computer link to connect computer to secure network. That might be too many letters. Might be too long. Alright, keep going. I've made a list in my notebook. Great. Okay. So if we do that... we get to watch the cutscene play out. 404, exit not found. I'm locked in. I need to use the computer to unlock the door. But the circuit breaker is tripped, and the computer has no power. I'm going to have to find a way to power it, and a way to link into the secure data network. I've made a list in my notebook. I can figure this out on my... or I can figure this out, or my name isn't Lucas Arthur Smith. Day of the Hamster version, whatever, who cares? Click here to access pocket inventory. Cool. Let's look at our list. Unlock door with thing. So this one's the only one with hints. A, B, and C, and that's all the hints for this task. Okay, so this can afford to go across like what, 6 more pixels or something? Like 2, 4, 5 pixels it can go across. We can push it across 5 pixels. But like even this connect computer to data network is too long. I might need to just make this bigger. We just make this a little bigger. The notebook graphic, which we don't even have a graphic for it yet. But yeah, okay. Hey Astrio, good to see you. Sorry I didn't read all the chat, everyone. I got carried away with doing work. Never felt like you were fighting language with Java, huh? I also found, okay, the way I felt with Java when I was using it was that Java was like the least helpful language. You could build like an entire library on top of it, but like it's very unhelpful at its core. Same as C#, same as a lot of stuff. Like standard library in C is like pretty good as well, right? But like Java, just like without importing any of the like standard library sort of equivalent stuff, it's like, it's insane. I thought I cleaned that. Right again. That was my first impression of Java. And when we were studying, like they were like, no, don't import that. You have to build this yourself. Like they wanted us to struggle. Like, why? Why would they want us to struggle? I got a message from my wife about my daughter. She's on an interstate camp, and I just got an update about that, so I had to reply, obviously. Okay, so we got our tasks being added here. What if we don't say that the computer's not powered yet? Okay, so then if we go to the computer... Wait, what one did I just change? Yeah. What if I just delete all of this crap? Actually, you know what? Let me undo. Okay. So then when we try and use the computer for the first time... if is computer powered equals true, you do this. Otherwise, you can do this. If... Okay, so what if I had, what if I have, import function, get task index, string task ID, I think it was. I can't remember if that was a capital G or not. Got some mixed case It was a capital G, so let's go with capital G then. All right, and then over here we can just say get task index computer hour if equals -1. So we just add the task. You know what? Add task that should also check if it already has the task, because we don't have multi-add tasks, so we could just do that as well in Task Manager. This is pretty dumb, but I don't care. We shouldn't be adding tasks very frequently, so this is not going to get called that frequently. Java had no elegance to it. It has been superseded by languages with void null safety built in, but I know very little about this new innovation. Right. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's also like an interpreted language, and then it's got like the JIT compilation, and like it's got like there's a lot of things that people have complained about Java over the years that have been addressed in a lot of ways, but it's still like, it still feels to me like I'd prefer not to use it personally, back then and now. But yeah, I would say that I'm pretty rusty on using it as well. So there's probably a lot of stuff that I could do with Java that I think I can't do, or think would be cumbersome to do. But yeah, anyway, I get what you're saying though. I mean, I don't use Rust or Go or whatever, right? Like, I used Go a little bit when it was first announced. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I haven't used like any of the other like cool languages. Like Zig, I think I want to say one of them's called Zig. I haven't looked at that. Yeah, I don't know. I just use C most of the time, C++. Not all the time, but like for most of the time. I forget what I was doing. I lost my train of thought again. This will help. Okay, yeah, cool. We need to add that global variable to the global variables table. Boolean. False by default. I don't know, I just pressed. It wasn't F5. What's your problem? Get task index isn't... Oh, yeah. That needs to be defined higher. In the order of crap... This is stupid. I can't believe this language has this freaking... This is horrible. Like, don't be lazy. You already know how to parse the scripting language. Don't be lazy. I should not have to do freaking... I shouldn't have to be doing this kind of crap. Changing where my functions are. That's silly. Get out of here with that crap. This language sucks. All right. Okay, so we have a list of like the 2 tasks now. Unlock Vault Door with computer. Connect computer to data network. Cool. Give me a hint. Oh, useful hints. Great. All right, and then, so if we try and use the computer, Circuit breaker has been... the circuit breaker is tripped. The computer has no power. Okay, so now... Find a way to power. The computer has been added to the task list. That's great. That's really good. Okay. The hatch is locked. I need to rescue Pico. They're stuck in the hamster tube. So, like, I kind of have to go through each of those. Like, if we go look at our Figma again. Go look at our Figma. Like, some of these will be, like, tasks. Some of them will not be tasks. Right? Like, getting a drill is not a task, but getting the key from the hamster jar is a task, right? Getting the key from the cookie jar is a task. Getting the paint thinner is not a task, but it'll help you achieve that task. Oh, yeah. C's a terrible language, too, for that reason, Shadax. So, like, what I haven't done it on... I've never done it on stream. Even years ago, like, or a year and a half ago, whenever it was, when I was doing the shmup dev, I never wrote a... It's... I guess technically it's called metaprogramming, but I never wrote, like, so what you basically write a little parser that goes through and finds all the function definitions and generates headers for you, so you don't have to worry about that, right? So you just generate one big header. And it just automatically include that. With all of your function declarations that are in your own files. So you have to, like, be careful. Like, if you're using libraries and stuff like that, obviously you don't want to detect those functions. You're going to assume that they've done their job and you just import once and it works, kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. So you just, like, basically just, like, write a little parser that finds all the function definitions or whatever. You can do it, like, at different levels as well. Like, I've done it so it finds, like, everything. And just pre-declares everything. Sometimes you have to be careful, like, with that, but yeah, that's definitely a method you can use to get rid of that problem with C. So you just basically, in your compile script, because I just use batch scripts. So just, like, in your compile script, you just call that on your code, and you can set that up so it's, like, takes a configuration file, or just, like, you just hard code which files you're going to reference, whatever. Like, you can do it in a number of ways. So you can even build that program and then run that program and then build your program. And as long as you do it in that order, like, your program just always compiles. You never have to worry about pre-declaration ever again. It makes C a lot better. It's a bit of a pain. Like, there are some edge cases you have to keep in mind. So, yeah. You hate using global variables. I love using global variables. Usually what I end up doing, like, I'll have some global variables floating around often, but I also do, like, pass around pointers to, like, stuff more frequently than not. But yeah, I always do a Unity build as well, Shadax. So the Unity build just means you only basically just say, like, hey, compile main.c, and main.c pulls in everything. And so you only ever have one build unit, right? Or one compilation. What's it called again? Compilation unit? I think that's the correct... Compilation unit, I think it's called. Single compilation unit. Yeah, so this is like a Unity build, I think people refer to it as. Although Unity is now a thing, but... Yeah, it's also known as Unity build. Yeah. And that way you don't have to worry about externing anything. Which is what I did for, like, the tank game, for example. The tank game's not that big, but... Oh, yeah, I was using this to generate some code before. Also, I need to get rid of this. This is temporary. This was just a temporary thing that I added to generate. I was using this to generate the inventory item images, the placeholder images for inventory items. But this is like a Unity build, right? It's a bit ugly, and it's like, I don't know how long this file has gotten. It's like 1,300 lines. It's pretty small. But like, everything's just like defined or whatever at the top. There's a bit of a mess, but like, these are all global variables for now. Like, eventually, when we come back to working on this, which will hopefully be soon, I'll go through these and eventually, not immediately, but eventually I'll go through all this and like put them in like state management structs, and those structs will belong under like probably like one main like game state struct, and that will be global. So like, in theory, you can access that from anywhere, but like, we'll pass around references to the specific structs that we care about that will be you know, contained within that main struct. Like, yeah, I just import, do all my includes and stuff. I don't know why. I think this is one of those precedence issues. Like, I had a gravity vector that I wanted to reference in dumbstuff.h, so whatever. But yeah, this is like the tank game with the fluid sim, which is broken. That's right. I haven't. Well, the last task that I was gonna do before I put this out for people to play with on the Discord was just I was gonna go and fix the bullets, because the bullets are currently part of the cell structure for the fluid sim. But I wanted them to be actually independent of the cell structure in the end. So I haven't actually pulled that back. That's how I originally programmed it, actually. So like, the original version looks like where is it? This is before I went and rewrote all the physics after this build. But this build has the idea of entities and stuff like that. So yeah, so like, the fluid sim in this is okay. It's not as good as the new fluid sim. The new fluid sim's more powerful. We kill this freaking tank. It's pretty easy to beat them when the AI is not enabled. It's pretty easy to beat them anyway, because the AI is dumb. Yeah, it's shooting acid. It's an acid cannon. Yeah, I'm easily distracted. I tried my best to not be distracted on Sunday. Was it Sunday or yesterday that I was trying really hard to not be distracted? No, I didn't do it on Sunday. It must have been yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I was trying my best not to get distracted, and Proton comes in and starts asking me math questions. I'm like, trying my best not to dig into it. It was really hard. I kept on thinking about it. Yeah. No, don't worry. I've given up on trying to be focused. So, like I was saying, some of these things we'll probably earmark them as like it's a task. I don't know. I'll just put a little star on the ones that are tasks. So like, get key is one of those things. Rescue hamster is also one of those things, although, you know, it's like, don't know if it needs to be a task list, but we'll put it in because it's something you'll...
It would have been pretty cool to drug the cat.
It would have been pretty cool to drug the cat. You can drug the cat in Day of the Sandwich, which is available on itch.io right now. Good to see you, Cat. How you going? Let's see. We want to... What's a task? Turn the valve on is not a task. Get wire spool. So building the battery is the task, right? The building of the battery itself is the task. But get wire spool. Get copper and zinc can be tasks, right? Because they will help you do the build the battery thing. Metal detector is a task. Get the sensor module is a task. Get the handle, whichever one you choose, is a task. Get the coils is a task. So we're going to put tasks down, but we're not going to put down how to get the parts, right? Or like objects you need in order to get those things. Technically, these probably don't need to be on the task list because you know that these are tasks because they're tasks on the blueprints. So we won't probably use the task system for them, but I'm gonna earmark them anyway. I think getting the data cable is a task. Connecting the computer with the data cable to an exposed wall. That's already a task, I guess. Technically, we just don't know how to do it, right? Gain access to the terminal. So we need the password. We haven't added password to the puzzle dependency graph, but we haven't designed that puzzle yet, so whatever. And then open the doors, right? So I don't know, that star belongs somewhere around here. I don't know where it belongs. Exit the vault. Okay. So like a quick review here. Looks like we've got... I guess if we don't count these 3... Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just 1 task, 2 tasks, 3 tasks, 4 tasks, 5 tasks, 6 tasks maybe, 7 tasks, 8 tasks. So we probably only need 8 tasks. I've made it 25 tasks big. Well, we can reduce the size of it once we know how many tasks we need, but it sounds like we might need like 8 or 9, maybe 10 tasks. Because the blueprint plans for the lemon battery, the blueprint plans for the metal detector, which I was going to work on tonight. In fact, we might even just try and jump onto that and do that tonight. But yeah, that's what's going to end up being task list tasks. I don't know why I right-clicked then. Okay. I kind of wish I could make the stars bigger, but I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. I kind of want... I drew everything at a scale that was like... Probably too big. Whatever. Who cares? Let's move on. But yeah, this puzzle dependency graph is obviously... We've talked about this. Every time I look at it, I realize just how much more complex this is compared to the first game. Like, the first game is very simple by comparison. But it has a very elegant flow, I think. Whereas this doesn't have an elegant flow. It's a little bit haphazard. And I may want to rearrange some of this stuff so it's a bit more of a nice flow to it. You know what I mean? Let's just do a quick playthrough, and we'll just think about like what things might be tasks. We haven't finished implementing all the puzzles yet, but whatever. Probably at least 2 streams a month. WTF, you do way more than that, from what I've seen. Yeah. Where did you read that? Sorry. Astro, where did you read that? Is it in here? I know it's at the top of this document. Did I write it somewhere else? Oh, it's in my bio. Yeah, okay. I probably should edit the bio. Yeah, these goals, I just copied and pasted them directly out of the document. I can change this now. I mean, that's still a goal. Like, I've just achieved it, right? Just a goal that I've achieved. This is goals for the channel. At least 2 streams a month. I'm gonna change that to at least 4 streams a month. Regular schedules. I mean, I've achieved these goals. Like, yeah, I've achieved everything here. I need to come up with new goals for the thing. We'll do a channel review once I finish this game. Whoops. Whoops. I lost my spot. Maybe I should just drop it in. Oops. Drop it in there. Okay. What else can I do? I don't know if I get, like, whatever. I got nothing. Hide this thing and get that out of the way. Oh wait, what's the Twitter thing? Showcase your tweets and grow
Andy.
your following
Screw
by adding
you.
your Twitter feed. Yeah, screw you, Andy. Hey, Baines, good to see you. Created by Grab Labs. You must configure this third-party extension before you go live to provide the best experience for your viewers. Once active, you can manage your extension by visiting the extension manager. Log in to Twitter. Due to Twitter API issue, we are seeing issues updating tweets from some accounts. We are monitoring the situation closely and will keep you updated. I'm gonna. This is Astriel's fault, by the way. If everybody's looking for someone to blame Astriel. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait, it's even logged me in on Twitter. There's a notification. Oh, somebody logged in. Let's make a new post. What? Did I spell inimitable? It's not. It's only got 1 M, you idiot. Do I have GIFs or videos that I can... Hang on, let me see. Where's my tank pissing GIFs? Is this it? That's 1 minute 40. I don't have an updated one? Is that the best that I can do? Man, this is an old version. It's still hilarious. It's so dumb. Oh, how do you have that emote, Grod? That's amazing. I'm so glad you have it. Oh my god. Alright, that'll do. Processing. Thanks, Astro, for making me do this. I never would have tweeted that. There's literally zero chance I would have tweeted that if I was just sitting down at home like, oh, maybe I should make a tweet. I would never ever tweet that. Ever. It's very out of character for me to tweet something like that. Oh, I hate for you. I was wondering why it's showing me for you. Just show me following. Show me following only. Wait. Very good. Oh, very good. Oh, it's so good. Loom's freaking amazing. That looks pretty cool. Oh, I know this game. This is Breach 2. Wait, no, this is not Breach 2. What the frick is this? This looks like Breach 2. Is this like VGA Trek? The hell is this? Whatever it is, I like it. More notifications. I know this game. This is that marathon game. Beaver's gone down. That's good news. I never use Twitter, so this is like my Twitter time for the like month. Wait, is Steve working on Return? I think Steve's working on it, right? Oh no, it's Pete Mullins. It's Pete Mullins. Whoops. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I double checked that. Steve worked on the original game, but he didn't. He's not working on the on the new one. I better not say this. Like, how do I unsay a thing? I'll just click on this. It'll go away. Wait, did I not? Wait. Have I not cataloged it? This is the box for that game. It's hilarious. This guy's... The guy's clothes are body paint. It looks so funny. I don't know if you can tell in that picture. Hey, Kareem, good to see you. And also, not being you. I don't know if I said hello. The heck is my chair doing? I get there's like something under the wheel on my chair. Yeah, MZZ was playing it today. MZZ was playing it today. It's pretty cool. Have I done enough Twitter yet? Have I met the Twitter quota? The problem with Twitter is that because I just click on following, I just see all the good stuff and I can just keep scrolling through and clicking like on stuff. I like almost never do this. But you got to thank Astriel for this. Astriel made me do it. I don't know Spirit Hunter Deathmark 2. I don't know the first one. I think I've done enough Twitter. That's enough Twitter. I'm getting bored. Did I activate it? I can't activate it while I'm streaming. What have I done? I just tried to... I'm just gonna leave it. We'll just go... I was gonna type into the chat, and it put up a pop-up, and then it didn't let me type. Anyway. I did none of these tasks. We better do something useful. Let's play through the game. Oh, we couldn't find the exit. Oh, no. I need to use the computer to unlock the door. I'm gonna have to find a way to power it and link it into the secure network. I made a list in my notebook. Oh, look at that. Okay, use the thing. Okay. Now we have 3 things on our task list. Let's do all of the things that we can do. We can technically, I think, we can basically finish the game, although we're not doing something. So this blueprint is a problem at the moment. So, like, okay. What's the first thing you would do? Like, what's the logical first thing you would do? You try and use the computer, you realize you can't use the computer, so you gotta find a way to power the computer. That's like, find a way to power the computer, connect to the data network. Where is the data network? You don't even know where it is. So we need like a way of to say, when you examine the computer, when you look at the computer, you need to say, like, the data cable's missing. Or something. And you also need a way to say, like, oh, I need to scan the wall. Because, like, right now, there's no reason to look at the wall. So those are some things. I need to work out the story flow to encourage the player to do the right thing. I'm pretending that the door on the right is locked, even though it's not. So if I look at this, that's the key to the hamster hatch in the bottom of the jar. The hamster key is still stuck under the cookies. They're too hard to break out of the jar. Right. So there's the hamster tunnel. I need to rescue Pico. They're stuck in the hamster tube. The hatch is locked. So okay, that's an incentive to get the hamster out. We know we need the hamster. Why do we need the hamster? To get the data cable. How do we know the data cable is stuck in the maze? We don't. We have no reason to know that right now. So that's another story element we need to fix. Or maybe we just let the player struggle to find it. You know, we could just be mean. I think that's like broken sword level of game design, though. I think we need to think a bit harder about how we inform the player. Like, we gotta telegraph to the player, like, what they need to do. So to get the key to rescue the hamster, so we know we need to rescue the hamster. Let's focus on rescuing the hamster. So we get the drill. We use the drill on the jar. And that'll break the cookies. Ouch, the drill cracked open the cookies, but they're still stuck. Oh, this hardened cookie shard looks useful. I'll keep it. The drill completely fell apart. Those cookies are so solid. The battery is the only useful bit left. So obviously there's dialogue. We'll rewrite it, but, like, you know, just trying to explain what's happening. So now we have a drill battery and a super hardened cookie shard. And we got the rope that we picked up. And we started with a screwdriver already in our inventory. So can we get the key now? The hamster key is still stuck under the cookies. They're too hard to break out of the jar. So we need another message, obviously. We'll have to come up with another message, but basically still can't get them. So we have to think of something else to do now. So we go in here and we like look around and we eventually find the paint thinner and we're like, oh, the paint thinner will work. So we leave. We use the paint thinner on the jar. Eureka, it's working. I'll soon have that key. Now I can just click on it and take the key. So now we have the key. Even though we haven't updated the graphics, we have the key. So we can rescue the hamster. Come here, Pico. It's time to make our escape. Okay, so we've got the hamster. We still haven't been told, like, oh, we need the data cable to connect the computer to the thing and whatever. So, but we know it's in here. Like, we just know it's there. So if we go in there, we're still working on the code, so no actual minigame just yet. Pico and I solved the hamster maze and won the data cable. So now we have the hamster maze solved, we've got the data cable. So we've done everything I think we can do without building the metal detector. Oh no, we can actually do one more thing, which is sharpening the cookie, but we don't have no reason to sharpen it just yet. So we need to find a key to get into the door over here. So when we try and get in the door, it's going to say it's locked, and we'll add a thing saying into here, saying like we need to get into the bio lab. And our character will tell a little story when we try and get in there. Oh, it's locked. I lost the key somewhere in the storeroom. And so then we'll hopefully, the player will see the blueprint on the wall for a metal detector, and they'll look at it. According to these plans, I'm going to need coils, a sensor module, a handle. I guess I'll need a battery too. So we pick up the plans. I'll take this with me. Obviously, I haven't programmed it to actually remove the image, but yeah, this is the metal detector plans. And so that's the thing that we were going to program to work sort of like this, except it's going to have like a list. It's going to be like graphic, and it'll have like areas to drop the items onto as you find them, and they'll disappear from your inventory and they'll be in here. And if you change your mind about the handle, you can replace the handle, and it'll basically swap it with whatever's in your inventory that you're putting in it. So that's how that will work. I hopefully we'll get time to program that tonight, although we're running out of time rapidly. But let's just pretend that's programmed. So grab the broom. We need to get the coils from the microwave, so we can use the screwdriver on the microwave. It means pull the coils out of this thing for a long time. Okay, we now have the coils. The screwdriver's gone. So we have two of the things we need to make it, and we need the sensor module. And there happens to be a box of sensors in here. I'm going to hopefully make that more obvious. Like maybe make a bigger box that says sensors on the side of it, so it's really visible. So the player will be, their attention will be drawn to it. When they realize they need a sensor, then they'll click on the sensor boxes, and it'll say, which sensor do I need? And they don't know which one to pick, and there's like 20 of them. So they just pick one at random. And chances are it's not the one they need. It's not showing up on the list. I'm just going to go dispose of the rope for a second, just so that we can see it. Oh, okay. We need to do another thing. We need to turn the valve on. So there's going to be a puddle on the ground that'll say like, oh, when you look at the puddle, the character will say, oh, it looks like the pipe's leaking. Otherwise, it's just like you can walk around, whatever. Now it says it's leaking, and we put the rope on it. And now we should be able to see, yeah, we've got the incorrect sensor module. So if we go to the bookshelf, we find the sensor manual, and we need the AK4309 AVM sensor. So put that one back. Grab the right sensor module. Which I guess doesn't matter. And now in theory we would use this. It doesn't do anything right now, but it would allow us to construct the metal detector. We use the metal detector in this room. As we walk around, it'll beep more. And if we walk into like this spot right here, it'll beep enough, like Lucas will say something like, hey, I think I found it. And then, you know, it'll stop beeping and you'll pick it up. So you'll have to use to make the beeping stuff happen, you'll have to use the metal detector on yourself, and then we'll have a walking around with metal detector sprite, I guess. And Lucas will then pick it up. Poor Delphine standing in for Lucas. We'll replace her and we'll put Lucas in eventually. So now that we've done all that, we've got the key, we can get into the bio lab. And I filled up my inventory too much, and I can't actually access the things I need. But we need this spool, but we can't reach it. It's out of reach. So we push the lamp, and the lamp swings into it and knocks it. It won't fall down, so we need to figure out something heavier. So the character will say something about that. I wish I didn't pick up everything that I needed. I should have pretended to, because I have no way to scroll the inventory right now. Haven't played Dots yet. Oh, you haven't, Astro? I recommend you play it. I'll play at some point. My depression is just not helping with game playing at the moment. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. It's a very short game. Maybe, yeah, maybe if you're feeling up to it, then just go have fun. Give it a shot. It's very short, so you never know. Maybe the sense of achievement you get from playing a fun little game will help. Might not. Probably won't, let's be honest. But, you know, you never know. I'm definitely going to replace her, Alex, for this game. Like, because the idea is that at the end of this game, it's going to be the same as the end of Day of the Sandwich. Except this character will join Delphine on the hill that she's on at the end of the game. So you'll have 2 silhouettes on the top of the hill at the end of this game. And then the next game, there'll be 3 silhouettes on top of the hill. And then the 4th game is actually going to be like a full game, not like a 20-minute game. It's going to be like, you know, several hours of content. A much bigger effort. So I don't think I can actually progress now because I can't access the full inventory. I don't know what to do about that. I guess we need to make the inventory scrollable. That's something I have to take care of. But also, if I just made this work, then we could actually construct the stuff. So what I could do... Yeah, what I can do I think it's in global, show blueprint, I think it was called. So if it's metal detector, instead of showing it for now, let's just do a hack. And we'll just say, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I just realized this whole time nobody complained too hard, not hard enough. It should be cool, Alex. Yeah, and it's good to see you as well. Welcome, greetings. Sorry for calling you out, Astriel. Hopefully it was funny. Hopefully it made you laugh a little bit. I'm very happy to have you here. And the distraction was fun and worthwhile. Personally, bigger panel is always preferable over vertical scrolling. Yeah, I agree. Probably what I'll do is I'll just have like a scroll bar left and right, something like that. I don't know. I don't love scrolling inventories, so maybe I'll just make it stretch taller if you've got more items or something like that. I could probably look at hacking that in now too. But yeah, let's say if player.has inventory I sensor module and player.has inventory I coils. Sorry, what is it called again? Detector coils. And player has valid handle. Get player handle. Maybe that. Let's go with that. Then we do player dot lose iSensor module. Player dot lose iDetector coils. Player dot lose blueprint metal detector MD blueprint. Oh gosh, great naming. Great naming. Player dot lose inventory get inventory detector handle. Okay, so we need to define these two awesome functions. Function. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that in global scope, but I'm going to try. Like 16 through... Wait. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, we'll just say... we can just do... Oh, can we do this? Did I not create a metal detector? Did I just not create a metal detector? I guess not. Let's add one. Hey, Burford, good to see you. Good to see you. Stop making me want to code. Sorry, Mikat. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm making you feel like you want to do something productive with your time. It's not my fault, really. You should just do something. You should make a game. If you can. Or like write some fun code. Hey, thank you, Burford. Thank you. Hopefully this works. I don't even know if this will work. Oh, how's it going with the code? It's okay. It's okay. I'm learning and getting annoyed in equal measure by AGS. So it could be worse, right? It could be a lot worse. But I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just thinking. So in theory, that'll fix that problem. And then I can be also looking at... I don't know, is it this GUI or this GUI? I think it's this GUI. Maybe it's this GUI. No, it's this GUI. This GUI. It has a height specified already. So let's just say... inventory window. Where is everything? Maybe I should make it bigger than that. Wait. How do I know how many items the player's carrying? That's annoying. Raising the beam, do I find this as satisfying as doing things from scratch? Yeah, to a degree, yes. I prefer to do things from scratch just because I like having more control and not having to do stuff like this. Like, when I write it myself, I know how it works, and I can just do things and not try and like figure out how stuff works. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense, right? Like if you wrote something yourself, then it's like tailored to how you want to work with it, and therefore it's a little bit more suitable to use. And also, like when you use somebody's engine like this, and to a greater extent Unity, they're trying to account for like a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of variability in what somebody might want to do with an engine. But if you make your own engine for your own game, it only has to do... The edge can be a lot more constricted to the shape of your game, if that makes sense. Like if you imagine like throwing a bunch of circles on a graph and then drawing a line to outline them, that's the shape of your engine, right? But then if you go to Unity, like the shape of their engine's very big and blobby looking because they cover a lot of area that you don't need. That makes sense. Hopefully that makes some sense. So simpler is what I'm saying. And that's a good thing. I thought I could detect how many freaking items the player's carrying, but it seems like that's not a thing. It seems like it's an obvious thing. Oh, well, I give up on this idea. I'm not going to waste time on it. It's not an array. Well, it compiled, so, you know, we got that going for us. Let's see if we can make the blueprint thing work now. So we get the blueprint, we look at it according to plan. I'm gonna need all this crap. Okay, so we're gonna need to get a handle. We're gonna need to get a coil. We have 2 out of 3. We need the sensor module now. SD50. I think that's on the, like, the last page of options. Second last. Okay, well, all the things we need. And now we have the metal detector. Cool. So... okay, well, now that we have the metal detector, we can, like, unlock the room on the other side of the area. We don't have to, like... so we can do things out of order, like, not in a specific order. There's no reason we can't go here now that we've made the metal detector. Oh, wait, no. Technically, no. Technically, no. We need to get the drill from the battery first. The thing doesn't work yet, so technically we couldn't have found it yet. But, like, if we use that on there, then we get the battery. I need to make it so you can power the metal detector with the battery. You should be able to do this. And combine those 2 items. And then you should be able to use the metal detector on yourself and then get the key. So now we can go over to that room. So now we could do it. Once we've done that step, we can then get into this room. We know that we need to power the computer, but we haven't. Because we got the hang on. Metal detector blueprint, when we open that and read it, sorry, not metal detector, metal detector manual, when we open that and read it, it will tell us, it'll show us, like, blueprints, right? So we get blueprints as well for, like, they'll just be tucked in the cover kind of thing. Blueprints for the Super Lemon battery. And the Super Lemon battery requires a wire, so we get the wire from here, but we can't reach it. We try and push this into it to knock it down. That doesn't work. You know, you try as much as you like, it's not going to work. So, yeah, I put it in code to just tell me that there's unhandled events, so that before I ship it, I know that there's nothing that's unhandled. Or if I decide, like, I don't care that that's unhandled, then I'll just, like, allow it to happen. So before I ship it, I'll turn off that alert. I just want unhandled stuff to be called out. Like, if I look at the bookshelf, it's fine, but if I look at the computer, it doesn't have an event for handling that. So just say, like, there's nothing special about it. But really, there is something special about it. It's important. You should be able to look at the pipe as well. You should be able to look at the ground here. Yeah. Anyway, am I Bethesda? Yeah, I am. I encompass the entirety of Bethesda personally. Like, my personal psyche encaptures everything there. I think what I was doing. Right. So we've got to figure out some way to make something heavy to hang off of there, but we haven't found it. There's nothing heavy we can pick up, right? None of the stuff we're finding is heavy. This is the leap of logic that the player needs to do. They need to find the bucket. They need to see the leaky puddle below the valve. I mean, below the pipe, there's going to be a leaky puddle here to hint that there's a puddle that's leaking in the past. It's not currently leaking. They're going to need to get this rope. They're going to need to turn on the valve. And they can turn it off if they want to. But when it's turned on, if they look at the pipe, or click on the pipe, it'll say the pipe's leaking, but I can't reach it, right? So now we've got a bucket. We use the bucket on the pipe. but its drip rate is too slow to fill the bucket. So if we use the rope on the pipe, now we can pull on the rope and the pipe will leak faster, and now that's filling the bucket. So now we've got a full bucket. We'll pick it up and the player will say like, oh, that's heavy, right? The final clue that the bucket is heavy, and also the player will have said when we push the lamp, it's not heavy enough. Hopefully saying the bucket is heavy and that the lamp is not heavy enough is a clue. And then you attach the bucket to the lamp. Now the bucket is attached. You push it. It's heavy enough. It knocks the spool of wire down. You can now get the wire spool. So we can make the battery. How can he reach the pipe, but not the shelf? He throws the rope up. I'll animate it, so you won't have that question. What if they click the bucket on the puddle? It'll just place it on the puddle. I'll add code to handle that. Click the rope on the pipe is begging for a gallows humor. Yeah, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. I don't know if I'll make the joke, but yeah, you're right. But yeah, okay, so wire spool, drill battery, blah blah. So the drill battery's been used in our imagination. It's been used on the metal detector, and it's no longer there. But everything else we still have. So we still can't get the key, right? So we can't get the hamster out to get the data cable. We can use the metal detector on the wall. Obviously that's not programmed, I only just added it, but yeah, the metal detector on the wall. And we can find the junction. You know, we got to change all the settings. We got to read the manual for the metal detector sensor and set the frequency and power or something. Like, we got to change some settings. There'll be a couple of settings that we have to change to match the data frequency. And then we'll find it, and it'll be like somewhere in here, and the player will click on, when they find it, the player can then click on it, and that will put the mark on the wall. So now we know where to cut the wall, but we can't actually break through yet. So we do have the super hardened cookie shard. In this room, we haven't drawn it, but there is a diamond grinder in the corner here. So we're going to draw a little like machine thing here that you can grind stuff on, and we're just going to grind the super hardened cookie. It's going to now be a sharpened cookie shard, and we can use that on the wall. And so we cut the hole in the wall. We still don't have the data cable though, so we can't progress, right? So we need to figure out how to get the data cable out of the maze. We know that the hamster can go in the maze, but we haven't figured out how to get the key yet. So we use the paint thinner on the cookies. We dissolve them. Now we have the key. So we can use the key on the hatch. We now have the hamster. We can use the hamster on the maze. Still working on the code, so no actual minigame yet. Pico and I solve the maze, and we have the data cable. Now we have the data splicing cable. We can use that on the hole in the wall. I'll connect the cable here and the other end to the computer COM port. And now that's done. The computer's connected. We still need to power it. The computer's still not turned on, but we've connected it. Obviously, I haven't programmed this, so I'm going to pretend we're playing make-believe, obviously. So we go into this room. We use the metal detector on ourselves. And we'll bring up a dialogue saying, like, what frequency do you want to detect? for the key, we'll say we'll detect brass. For this room, we'll say we detect copper. We walk around the room with it, beep, 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 and then we find the copper. When we get to stand in the right spot, we found the copper. Okay, then we change it to the zinc mode. We use it on ourselves again. We walk around the room until we find the zinc. We dig that up. Maybe we'll say like you have to find 3 pieces of each, just for fun, to make you do it 3 times. That sounds a little bit too. What's the name of the game? Kyrandia 3. That sounds a little bit too Kyrandia 3 for me. So then we've got all of the ingredients, because the lemons will be actually sitting next to the computer. They'll already be there. So we go over here. We use the... Oh, right. The super battery plans will be in our inventory. So we use the wire spool on it. We use the zinc and the copper on it. And then we just take that plan. We use it on the lemons, using the blueprint on the lemons. It'll fade out, fade in. It's got a cool battery with glowing. It'll be like a glowing, cool looking battery made out of lemons and stuff. And then the computer will be powered on. We click on the computer and it'll say like you need to enter a password. Oh, I haven't programmed this in, so we can't finish it now. Even though I've programmed the minigame for it, it's no longer accessible. Because we haven't flipped a flag to say the power's on. But that's okay. So when it turns on, it'll be asking for a password. And then Lucas will say, oh, the password's probably in the safe. And so then we have to solve the safe puzzle, which I haven't implemented. I haven't even thought about what the safe puzzle is. So we'll solve the safe puzzle, whatever that happens to be. And then we'll have the password, right? The password will be on a piece of paper or whatever in the safe. Your computer's powered by lemons as well, Grunt Guru. That's excellent. What a powerful power source. And then we use the password on the computer. So when we open it up, it'll show the terminal. We can just type in the password that we know, or probably just use the inventory. Like, it'll just happen, right? We're like, oh, I'll just type in the password, and it'll happen like a little cutscene. It'll do a little boot sequence, and then you'll get presented with the minigame, which if you've been here before, you might have seen it already, but it's currently disabled. I can go enable it in the code and restart, but basically, that little minigame is the last thing you have to do, and that will open the vault. So it's a fairly quick little game. The maze will take a while to solve, the safe will take a little while to solve, and finding all the items will take a little while to solve, but I don't think it's like that complex. So the main things that I need to fix is like the story flow to help the player, like help guide the player through the problem solving and make it not too Moon Logic-y. The one piece of Moon Logic I want to keep as fairly Moon Logic-y is just the cookie shard is sharp, is hard enough to cut the wall, right? And none of your other tools are hard enough to cut the wall. But by this point, we've actually already gotten rid of all of the tools that would potentially be able to cut the wall. The only thing is, like, you could make your metal detector out of a shovel, and theoretically you could use the shovel to break a hole in the wall, but we're just going to say you can't do that. Like, it's a metal detector now, it's not a shovel anymore. So yeah. I think that means you've kind of solved the entire puzzle. Like, at that point, there's nothing else to really think about. So yeah, I'll go enable the computer again. We'll just quickly use the computer so you can see that part of the puzzle if you haven't been here before. It's the only minigame that we fully implemented. And honestly, I'll probably change it, but whatever. It's not, yeah, there's no gating on it right now. So yeah, this is the puzzle. It's just a simple lights out puzzle. I might make it more complicated. Like, I might do that. You know, it's one more move to solve it now. So if it starts like this, then, or if it starts like this, maybe I make it start like this. The goal is to make them all this color, right? So you'd have to do that, you'd have to do that, and then that. And you've solved the puzzle. And now you can leave. Like, that's literally all you need to do, then you can leave. But obviously I haven't programmed all that. So, yeah. Let's, okay, so I implemented, like, fake blueprint. But we want to do real blueprint next. It's 11 o'clock, and I have to decide if I want to go down this path of creating the blueprint. I'm thinking. I'm going to skip it right now, because it's going to, like, my mind is going into art asset production. And we probably don't want to do art asset production right now. Pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of annoying, actually, to be honest. But anyway, all right. So what else is there? What else can we... Is there anything else we can quickly knock out right now? I don't think so. I'll probably look at Twitter on my phone tonight when I go to bed. Now I've looked at Twitter today, I'm back in Twitter mode. We aren't. I'm a bit disappointed to say that we're still not at full puzzle coverage. I might work on this offline throughout the week until the next stream that I can get online with. Maybe we can do a Thursday evening stream, like probably starting around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Maybe. I'm not going to promise that, but maybe we can do that. Otherwise, we'll have to wait till Saturday. I think if Saturday is the next stream, then we'll finish puzzle implementation, like the high level, and then we just have to go in and do the mini games, and like the, you know, that kind of stuff. Then we can do a pass on dialogue. Excuse me. Then we could do a rough pass on dialogue, and that would mean like all the mini games are implemented, all of the like blueprint stuff's implemented, all the puzzles are implemented. The only thing that matters after, like, once and we do first pass on dialogue, get that fully implemented, then we can just give it to some players to test, like people who've never seen me doing the streams but are willing to help me out with a little bit of testing and feedback on like gameplay mechanics side of things and like flow, and we can test that out, work out if we can solve any problems they come back with, like dialogue or story elements, or if we need to change the solutions somehow. And then I will work on the art assets. So hopefully we can get testing turned around really quickly. Sonar segment's a great place for hiding Easter eggs. That's true, because if you tune to a different frequency, you could find different things. That's true, Alex. I do plan to have some Easter eggs hidden in the wall, because each frequency you tune to will show a different image behind the wall, right? It's like when you click on the wall right now, it just like lets you engage with the wall immediately. We've got to watch the cutscene again. I should disable this again. So like right now it's just one image and you can't change the frequency, right? But when you can change the frequency, then we'll be able to show different images, right? So like there might be a treasure on one frequency and a skull on another frequency, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know what else might be in there, but yeah, this could be a fun way to reveal some Easter eggs. And likewise with, like you said, like walking around detecting different things, if you tune it to the right frequency, you'll find the thing you're looking for. But if you tune it to a different frequency, we could potentially have Lucas pull up like, you know, long lost toys or like references to video games. Maybe like, I don't know, an idol from Indiana Jones game or something like that, or an idol from the Chizo mythos. which is actually an AGS game made by the fully Ramblemadic, what's his name, Yahtzee, also referred to as Zero Punctuation Guy. I don't know what he changed his name to. Did he change it to fully Ramblemadic again? Because that's what he used to. That's what his blog was like years ago, fully Ramblemadic. And then he changed to. I think he changed because he got famous for Zero Punctuation. Anyway, whatever. He made games in AGS. Still does, I think, sometimes. Actually, I'm not sure if he's made anything in AGS recently. I'm rambling. I just realized I'm rambling. Okay. What was it? Zed skip intro. Really? So yeah, now we skip the cutscene. We can use the wall immediately. We should be able to use the computer immediately now too. Yeah. I think the problem is the 3x3 grid is just not complicated enough. Like, you could be mean and like do something a little bit like lopsided like this, I guess, to like make it a bit more tricky to solve. I suppose you could do that. Actually, I'm not even sure how to solve from that position, so that maybe that's a good way to do it. I don't know how to, I actually, yeah, that is harder. Like, it's not as immediately obvious how to solve it from this from that position. Yeah, I keep on ending up with this one down in the corner. Interesting. There you go. Oh, I had the inverse. I had the inverse of what I wanted. Whoops. Yeah, okay, that's more complicated. Like, it's a little bit more complicated to get a solution. It's definitely a shorter path to the solution than what I just did, but whatever. So yeah, okay, maybe 3x3 is fine. We could make a more challenging puzzle if we choose so. That's good to know. (64x64) is a bit insane, but yeah. 4x4 or 5x5 is... I think 4x4 is probably as far as I would go, but I want to just double check the logic and make sure that, like, that doesn't make it even harder than 5x5. 4x4 might be actually more difficult than 5x5. I'm not sure on the math there. What do you have to do in the puzzle, Astriel? I'll show you. It'll obviously have a description of how to solve it in the game, but right now it's just like, it's just there. So it starts like this. And the goal is to turn off all of the security locks. We'll call, like, whatever. We'll call them security locks or whatever, right? I just use these icons because I couldn't be asked drawing something. So this is off and this is on. So you want them all to be off. With the starting configuration like this, whenever you click on an element, all the adjacent elements will toggle as well as the one you clicked on. So if you click in the center, it toggles all 5 of these. If you click on the corner, it'll toggle these 3. Click on the side, it'll toggle all 4 of those, right? So the goal is just to turn them all off. So you just click, like this is a really simple solution. Click all of those and then you win. So yeah. Slightly modify what is on and off on that puzzle by default. Yeah, I will. I just literally like set it up that way. And I was like, it's a simple version of the puzzle. It's the one that I designed it in the document, right? I just was like, if we just start with it in that state, then we can just like, it's the simplest one that I know off the top of my head. So I was just like, boop, 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 done, right? Randomly generate. Yeah, I could literally randomly generate. I think you can probably solve it in any state that it starts in. I don't know if that's false. I'm pretty sure that's true. It shouldn't matter what ones are on and off. You should always be able to solve it, I think. So I could just randomly pick like 3 elements and turn them on. And you might get lucky and you only have to click once. Little trickier to verify that the resulting puzzle is hard enough by measuring minimum number of moves to solve. Right, but if you just like select moves, you would constantly need to verify that the move that you didn't make the puzzle easier, right? Like if you want to have a minimum number of moves to solve, like I know I can do minimum number of 4 moves to solve. I don't know how that changes. Randomly generate each time the player clicks on the puzzle. Yeah, just like negate the puzzle. All right, so we did some gating. We did fake 1 minigame. Implement notebook with task list. Implement task management. Add task. Complete task. I forget what other task management stuff there was, honestly. It's pretty basic stuff, but it just took a little bit to implement in this engine because it's insane. I spent a lot of time going back and forth with like, because I was trying to do it dynamically sized, so I never had to worry about how big the list needed to be. So I just chose 25. The list is 25. If we need more items than 25, I'll have to do more programming. But like I might just be able to change the number, right? But like as items get checked off, certain things will change. Whatever. Enters or exits the puzzle. Yeah, well, that's true. We could reset. If you leave, we could reset the puzzle. I think that's probably fair to do, actually. What else do we do? I did other stuff today. I just don't know what I'd done. I can't think of like the things I did. Oh, I implemented the hint system. I don't know what else I've done. I've done some other stuff. I just can't. Nothing's coming to mind. It's fine. But we can at least check off these items. These are all very valuable additions to the game. Come up with a puzzle for safe opening needs to be done. Design hamster maze puzzle properly needs to be done. Design wire puzzle What I might do is just take this list. We'll just make a day 7 here. Okay, so day 7 we're gonna do that, but like I think the priority, I need to prioritize this. I keep getting distracted with other tasks. Complete puzzle flow. Important. Don't get distracted. Alright. I probably still won't do it. I'll probably get distracted. Implement, blueprint, mechanics for metal detector. Implement blueprint mechanics for super lemon battery. Battery 2 T's. It is. Yeah. This is literally just making sure that you have to use the items and that the gating is implemented. Gating fully implemented. And all items in-game and usable for intended purpose. Yeah, that's good. This is what we need to get this done. That's the most critical thing. Then we can work on like these mechanics. Like we can what's the word? We can like fake it with these ones, I guess. Come up with a puzzle for the safe opening, finish the maze design, wire puzzle fully designed. This is like frequency selection, some other backdoors to adjust, make it interesting. Movement based on food. Pressing buttons on edge of screen moves latches horizontally. Need to line up latch notches vertically. Pressing buttons moves each latch moves more than one latch in a direction. Maybe this is a dumb puzzle and I hate it. I don't know. We'll come up with a puzzle, but that's like an idea for a puzzle. Greetings, Necro Keys. How fare thee? I fare well, thank you. I'm about to stop streaming though, because day 6 was a bit of a debacle, honestly. My most important thing that I wanted to do today was this. Finish that, and I did some gating, and I did some minigame placeholders, but I ended up getting distracted implementing task lists and like reviewing the game and stuff like that. So I didn't really get done what I needed to get done today. But that's okay. It's been a pretty unproductive like fortnight, really. So we'll see. Maybe things will improve. We're only on day 7, so I shouldn't be too harsh on myself. I've still got 8 days. I still got 8 streams left before we're on par with Day of the Sandwich. But technically, Day of the Sandwich, we had some of those streams were very, very long, so it doesn't really line up perfectly. Password puzzles, if nothing else, you can always default good old anagrams. Yeah, I mean, the puzzle is going to be opening the safe, and then you'll just get the password. Although I could add an anagram. I could add a Caesar cipher or something else into the mix if it feels like if the game feels too short, we can add an element of solving the password. Yeah, actually that's a valid thing. We could do that. You may not have gotten done what you wanted to get done today, but you probably got other pieces of the puzzle in place that would have to be done later. Yeah, exactly. I did something that I was thinking I'll do that like way later. I decided to do it now. And it's probably a good thing to do it now as well, because it means as we go through and like tighten up the puzzle integration and like flow, we can actually start to put in like, okay, this thing needs a hint or a task on the task list kind of thing. So we'll be able to drive that process a little better as well. I also need to be very careful not to write dialogue that I'm happy with, because I do want to do a full dialogue review, and if the dialogue is too good, which is to say good enough, I will get bored trying to rewrite it and I'll stop. I won't do it, which is what happened with the last game, and that meant I missed a lot of opportunities to add dialogue. So I want to make sure I go through that. Computer. Coburn. Why did you type computer? Oh, computer. I see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I notice it now. It took me a minute. We're getting somewhere though. I can't wait to start working on art, actually. It's going to be fun to take a break and work on some art. I might just start to do that soon, but I can't really do that until I know all of the puzzle elements are in the right place, because I don't want to spend time illustrating everything and then going like, oh, I need to move stuff around now, because then I have to redraw things. So I already, like with this game, I've already wasted a lot of time on things that I shouldn't have wasted time on. Like the backgrounds, as scrappy as they look way better than the Day of the Sandwich backgrounds that I started with. Let me demonstrate. That's what the kitchen background looked like when I started for Day of the Sandwich. And I guess it ended up looking something like this. Let's see the basement example. I spent too much time on the basement one, but look how crap it looks, right? And then the final basement background looks like that. So, like, it's following the plan, but like, you know, obviously, like, I spent more time detailing it and putting, like, it's not MS Paint art. But if you look at hamster backgrounds are like insanely better. Like, look at the vault. Like, there's still some of that crappy line work and stuff, but like, there's a little bit more like, you know, the walls are colored, and like, I spent too much time drawing the vault door. Like, there's too many details there. And I'm gonna redraw that completely. Like, it probably won't look anything like that, but I spent time on it that I shouldn't have. The pipe, like, I did all these details on the pipe. I probably shouldn't have bothered with that. I should have definitely just speed painted it and just like ignored everything. But anyway, these things happen. Where are we? I guess I just need to close that, make sure it's saved. Yeah. Look, it was actually a fairly productive evening. I just didn't achieve what I was aiming to achieve, which is fine. So we need to implement these screens and this screen. Everything else has like at least a placeholder screen, which is great. I don't even know what's open here. Oh, I still have this open from Duke 1102.
Awake from a dream, so savory and bright.
A quest for a sandwich to delight.
In the kitchen, she starts with a list in her hand.
Seeking ingredients across the land.
So dumb.
Bread and bacon, eggs to fry.
Adventures await under the sky.
Day of the sandwich quest so grand.
Helping.
There's no volume control. I don't know I don't know how to turn it down. Sorry. I won't make you endure it then. Hello, Cloaked Alien. Sorry, Grunt. Sorry, everybody. Is this a game with your Day of the Sandwich protagonist or something different? It's different. I just haven't made the character design yet. I'll leave that open. I can't bring myself to close it. I'll leave it open. Yeah, so this puzzle's going to have Lucas in it instead of the Day of the Sandwich one, Necro Keys. So we're going to be doing a full character design. I think I'm going to aim for like computer hacker type nerdy character, but I don't know what their design is going to look like yet. I'm thinking like a hoodie jacket with like a white t-shirt underneath it, probably. Something like that. And then like just blue jeans. And they'll look kind of like a little bit like Bernard, maybe. But they won't wear their pants so high. If I remember what Bernard looks like. Yeah, so Bernard's pants come like right up to here. So they'll look a little bit more like not like that. But I'm thinking I'll probably like use Bernard's walk cycle as like a reference for the walk cycle of this character. Although Bernard does have a really like nerdy walk cycle if I remember right. So maybe I won't do that. I kind of want to though. Maybe I will. Yeah, but this character should be like, you know, your typical like computer hacker looking guy for the design, the character design I want to go for. I don't think you get to see the walk cycle anywhere. We did actually find a reference when I was working on Day of the Sandwich. We did find a reference for Bernard walk cycle on a website. I don't remember where we found it at the moment, but what the? I want to see the tweet that's referencing this. The specific tweet. Well, somebody else is working in like a Day of the Tentacle sort of style from the look of it. What? Who are you talking? I don't know what this is from. There's no reference in here to know what this character is from. But yeah, it does look like they just painted over Bernard. It's not the first time this has happened, but yeah. Whatever. 5 notifications? That's a lot. Why is that the one? I guess Every time I make a tweet about the tank pissing game, people like it. Hey Osric, good to see you. How's the wasp bites feeling? Hopefully they're feeling better. So dumb. Anyway, we need to stop looking at Twitter. I genuinely just want to see Bernard's walk cycle so I can decide if I want to use it as a inspiration for my character or not. But I don't see it. I'll just have to record my own again. I had to do the same with Hoagie's design. Like when I was like, I wanted, because like my character like walks like Hoagie walks basically, and I was like, yeah, that looks good, so I went with it. But I don't know if Bernard's walk cycle looks good, so I don't know if I want to go with that. I don't think I want to copy Laverne's walk cycle either. Laverne's a little bit too wacky. Laverne's probably one of the coolest characters in Day of the Tentacle, and she's the only character that gets a full costume change by herself. So. Yeah. I do wish you'd included the link to the game in the tweet. I don't have a link to that game. It's not available to download yet. I've got to do a couple of minor fixes to it, and then I can put it on the Discord. I don't want to publicly release it because it's not done. I just want to get it to a point where I'm like, hey, this is like good enough to share with friends or people like in the Discord, basically. And that's, I don't want it to get spread out from there. I want to keep it locked down to just the Discord, basically. That way, you know, because I am going to go back to it. I want to keep working on it. So I don't really want to like a version of it floating around that's like a piece of crap, which is, it is a piece of crap right now. And even after I make the couple of minor fixes that I want to make to it, just make it slightly more stable and fun to play with, that's not going to fix any of the major issues that I have with it still. So once I've done that, and then obviously like, you know, polish and like actual art and gameplay mechanics and stuff. Like right now it's just a physics toy. So yeah. Yeah, I'm off to bed too, Astriel. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you sleep well. I hope you wake up feeling refreshed. All right. Yeah. So hopefully we get to art soon. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I think if we go back to look at our other game 1, by day 7, what were we working on day 7? Backyard art base. Coop art base and forest art base. So on day 7, we finished a ton of art. Well, like we got like first step of like full art for 3 out of, what is it, 5 rooms in the game. We did full art for the kitchen, and we did basement full art. Baseline, like not completely polished, but like every detail was there and all that kind of stuff. I think like the details that we knew we needed, like the bare minimum details, but like fully painted. And then we did a little bit of backyard, it sounds like, or maybe we didn't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I made some comments about like some stuff that could be there. Yeah, and then yeah, this day we did like background stuff, and then day 8 we'd started doing polish on the backgrounds. So we're like way behind. We're way behind on implementation. So I feel a little disappointed in myself about that, but that's okay. This is a more complex game, and I'm trying to do more complex things with the engine, so there's still more to learn here. It's more ambitious. Even though the length of the game, I think ultimately will be about the same. It might be slightly longer. I'm hoping it's longer. I'm hoping it's like 10 minutes longer on average, but I don't know. I hope that it doesn't take people like an hour to finish this game, because that would be really frustrating for them, because there's not much to do in it. So yeah. hopefully it's finishable in about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I think 40 minutes is okay for this game, but that seems like a long time for how much content there actually is. But we'll see. Yeah, anyway, so like day 15 we finished it and launched the game. We published the game on day 15. Day 16 we just worked on. Day 16 when we went back to it, that was us just finishing off the work for Cool Math Games, so they could pay me, which they did. Yeah. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm just rambling. You can all go home if you want. I'll raid my other channel that's not online right now, and then go to bed. And you can all just hang out in my other channel with no stream. You're gonna go to bed too soon as well, Coburn? Awesome. Awesome. I think if I raid somebody, I feel like obliged to hang out, and like tonight I'm a bit tired and I don't really want to. Oh, I totally forgot one thing. This is important. This is actually really important, everybody. If you like doing game dev, do you like doing game dev? Are you interested in joining a club? I don't know, club's the wrong word. Are you interested in joining a community of game developers? A cult? Yeah, we could start a cult, Shaboy J. Yeah, a game developer cult. Would you like to join it? If so, there is a link in my Discord in the game dev channel, which I'm going to grab a copy of the link and send it in the chat right now. It will be run on my Discord, so if you're not on my Discord, you'll have to join the Discord in order to join the cult. No, I'm going to stop calling it a cult, because I feel like that's too many negative connotations. There's no sacrifices going on here. But anyway, let me open this up. We'll have a quick look at it. Did I click the link? So there is going to be like just a general, it's like a meetup, basically, hang out. I don't know what the periodicity of it will be, but it'll probably something like fortnightly or monthly, probably. It may be a bit rocky on that, because it's going to be dependent on like organization, and I'm responsible for that at the moment. There is a question here if you were interested in helping with organization. But like, no pressure there. I'm happy to run it. It's just, whatever. But if you are interested in this, just need your Discord username, your Twitch username, if you've got one, email address if you feel like sharing it. I'm probably not going to email anybody, but just thought I'd grab it in case we do want to send stuff out or something like that, like calendar invites or something like that. Just a question about like how much game dev you've done before. So for me, I would click either this one or this one. And if it was like a year ago, I might click that one or maybe this one. Technically true, but also none of my stuff's available anymore because I made sure of that. So probably I would have clicked there. But anyway, yeah, somewhere I'd probably sit somewhere about here. I've made contracts with publishers. I guess technically that's where I'm at. Or a publisher, not multiple publishers. But anyway, so then there's just like your skill set. So I think I added this one because that one I think represents where I was at really. Anyway, whatever. Game design. Oh, just to call out, if you're just curious, you've never done game dev before, but you're just like, you like hanging out here and you're interested, jump in and click that button. That's fine. We'd love to see you. Gathering of like-minded individuals that are nothing alike. Nothing like a co-op. Yeah, exactly. I find the question difficult because I've worked on game dev in both hobby and professional capacity, but I've never released or completed anything on my own. I would say if you've worked on something that is published, your work has been published. Maybe it shouldn't have. Maybe I could word that better. But if it's published, there you go. If it's been sold commercially, that's where you would fit. If it's your main source of income, like you're currently employed by game dev, and that's like how you're at a studio or something, or you're an indie developer who makes your living on, then that's where you're at. So like if you work in accounting at a game studio, that's your main source of income. So you can just do that. If you've never actually programmed a game before, that's fine. You have probably, even in accounting, you probably have more exposure to like game dev than average person. So yeah. If this is difficult, Jiggy, just pick whichever one you feel comfortable with, or like whichever one you think represents what you have achieved. It doesn't have to be to the word. I'm sorry about that. Send the form to Ken Williams, maybe. Yeah. He might join us. You never know. Used to write sports articles that have been polished. That's pretty cool, Osric. That's pretty cool. Then skills that you're interested in developing. I do ask that you try and limit. I didn't put a note here. I probably should have. Try and limit it to like 4 at most. But if you do more, if you do all of them, it's fine. It just doesn't tell me anything. If you select all of them, it doesn't tell me anything if you do this. But if you do this, that gives me a much better idea of like, oh, okay, that's like that's pretty helpful information. And if you do this, that's super damn helpful, because I didn't think to put it on the list. You know what I mean? So that's useful stuff. Message about what you'd like to get out of the meetups. Just like basically rehashing these check marks in a little bit more detail. Probably covering stuff that's not really covered there. And like you might want stuff that's not skill related. You might want to connect with other developers and be able to share your work, which is not here. So that's definitely a valid answer for this one as well. If you're interested in helping coordinate, then you can feel free to let me know about like that and what you're willing to do or how you might be willing to help out. If you have any other questions or comments, etc., then leave them here. Also, if you have any skills that you'd like to share formally with the group, if you've got like, if you've already done a presentation at like your local game dev community, IGA or whatever, IGDA, is that a game developer association, whatever it is, like if you've already gone and made a presentation, you wouldn't mind like tailoring it to a smaller audience and sharing it with us, that'd be awesome. If you've just got skills and you want to share those, that's absolutely valuable as well. So like if you want to help teach people music, I think there's been a couple of people who have already offered me, like while I've been working on stuff, like, hey, if you're interested in learning about music, let me know. So those kind of people, if you're interested in teaching music, that's a really good place to put that kind of thing too. So yeah, if you haven't already clicked to your registration of interest, then do, if you're interested. Because I'd like to see, right now I think we have about 7 people, including myself, who've registered interest. So feel free to jump on in. The Discord is only on my other server, on my other channel. Let me, I'll grab it for you. I'll grab it for you, Soapy. Sorry. Copy message. Paste. There you go. You're welcome. Yeah, so I think we have 7 total responses at the moment, including mine. Let me check. Yep, we still have 7, including me. So if you're interested joining, like, I think like most people have like done something with games, or they're interested in working on stuff. Feel free to put as much detail as you like in the questions. I don't know if there's limitations in like how many text characters you can put in or not. I didn't specify something myself, but if there's a limit on there, then it's whatever it is. Yeah, that's all. That's all from me right now. Okay. I have waffled on for an additional 30 minutes since I said I will stop waffling on. But I did want to share this with you so you can potentially have a go at signing up. If you want to go to the Discord and find the link, it's on the Discord as well. Otherwise, there's a link once again. That's all I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye. Thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate you all being here and supporting me. I don't think I'm going to raid anybody tonight. I gotta... Yeah. I guess I'll take a quick look, but I don't think I'm going to raid anyone. If something jumps out, I'm like, oh, I have to raid right now, I will, but... I'm not following any devs that stream at this time of night, so like streaming into like-minded streams is like kind of tricky right now. I saw software and game dev, and I was like, wait, oh, there's one, but it was me. It's me. Okay, Proton's currently streaming software and game dev. I'm not going to be able to hang out, though. Let's go drop in on Proton. I'm going to basically just leave, though. It's doing something to do with particles, it looks like, on the Amiga. You take care too, Jay and Coburn and everyone else. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Thanks, Yair. Thank you, Yosopi. Shadax, appreciate it. See you soon. Bye, everybody. You're all legendary. Oh, I found it. Oh, wait. I just read the question from the comment from Racing the Beam. Sorry, I found it hard to answer that one because I've published commercially, widely different, unimpressive compared to what I want to achieve. That's fine. It's just I just wanted to get a feel for where people are at. If you like, I didn't want to do a scale like rate your skills 1 to 10. I just wanted to say like, in general, like I've worked on something that's been published. Like if it's self-published, who cares? Doesn't matter. It's cool still. It's cool still. You know what I mean? Anyway, you're all awesome. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye. Press the button. Nothing happened. There it goes. Bye-bye.